Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you are new here, welcome, and please hit that subscribe button down below. And also give this video a big thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And I just want to say that every time I do that, I think of the Disney Channel where they're drawing the Mickey Mouse ears, and I think it'd be really cool to bring that back. So as you can tell, my background has probably changed. That's because I am packing up and getting ready to move home because this week is my last week of school. Pause for dance celebration. So in honor of my last week of school, I thought I would do a how to be productive video. So here are my tips on how to be productive at home while you're in quarantine or just in general. So my first tip is to have structure to your day. This includes waking up at the same time every day, having a morning routine, having structured hours for your day. So this would be like setting the hours 9 to 3 during the day just for you to sit down and do your work. Also, I know a lot of people don't want to wake up on a schedule during quarantine, but I have a trick for you guys. Set your alarm to wake up in the morning, say 8 o'clock, and if you're not feeling like getting up, count down from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it'll trick your brain into thinking it's got to get up and do something. I use this trick every single morning and it works fabulous. My second tip is to get ready for the day. So don't just stay in your sweats all day or your pajamas all day. Actually get ready, no matter whatever this means to you. Put on some makeup, put on some work clothes, put on workout clothes if you plan on working out later, just to kind of get you motivated into doing something and that you're not just gonna feel like, oh, I just want to sit in my sweats all day and watch Netflix, because that's not a good idea. Tip number 3 is to actually have a workspace. So I don't have a desk here and I use my kitchen table as a workspace, but I try to clear it off and keep all my school stuff on there while I'm trying to work, and just gather everything I need, like water, snacks, anything that I need for the next few hours, and put it on my table and not have anything else on the table. I know a lot of people want to stay in bed and work, but I don't recommend this because when you try to go to sleep, all you're going to think about is the work you did in your bed during that day. And it's going to be harder for you to fall asleep. And sleep is a very important part of this whole process. My fourth tip is to have a to-do list. So what you want to do is have a planner, or you can get like an e-planner, or you can use Google Calendar or your just to-do list on your phone. Write down everything you want to do for the day. What I like doing is on Sunday making a list for the whole week. That way I don't feel overwhelmed like I have to do everything on Monday or whatever. I try to prioritize to make it fit throughout the week. And then every night before I go to bed, I like to make a to-do list for the next day so I know what I have to do before I go to bed, and I'm not up at night thinking, oh, I have this and this and this to do and I hope I remember to do it. After you make your to-do list for the day, take your top 3 things that have to get done today and write them in a separate column, or put a star beside of them, do something so you know what your top 3 priorities for the day are. And that way, if you don't get everything done, you can get those top 3 done and you feel a little accomplished by doing that. And you don't have to beat yourself up for not finishing the rest. From this comes tip number 5. From your priority list, pick the thing you think will be the hardest to do and do that one first. Because once you finish the hardest task, everything is pretty much downhill from there. So you're going to use most of your energy in the beginning, and you don't want to do those like really small, simple tasks first, but those build up, and as you do those, you're just going to run out of energy, and then the hardest task is going to seem very overwhelming at the end of the day. Number 6 is to be intentional with your work. Don't sit at your desk mindlessly scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media that you like, and I know we have all been here, but anyways, be intentional with your work. Set out to do your work, and if you actually sit down and take the time to do your work, rather than focusing on everything else, then you're actually going to get your work done faster than you would if you're, checking your phone every 2 minutes to look at Instagram and saving that for later in the day. Just sit down and do your work. I know a distracting thing at home can be your environment around you, so what I suggest is in the morning, before you sit down to do work, go ahead and clean up your environment. Make your bed if you're looking at your bed. Clean up the floor or whatever's around you so that you're not staring at it all day and it's distracting you. A clean work environment is a key to success. Which brings me to tip number 7, and that is try not to multitask while you're doing your work, because multitasking has proved to be ineffective because you're not focusing all your attention on one thing. So don't be watching Netflix and trying to do your work at the same time, because it's just not going to be helpful, especially if you're trying to learn something for online school or studying for a test or something. You're going to be more focused on Netflix because that's probably more interesting than what you're learning. So try not to multitask while you're at home working. Like during those work hours, just focus on one project at a time and then move on. That brings me to tip number 8, and that is to take breaks. You don't have to sit down from the hours of 9 to 3 and just do work. Like, get up and take a break. If that means going outside and taking a walk or checking your social media, that way you're not distracted during your work to check your social media. Or watch an episode of Netflix or YouTube or whatever you enjoy. Just make sure you take breaks, even if it's just like a little 10-minute break. That breaks help me a lot, because if I don't take a break, then my mind just gets fatigued and then I don't pay attention to what I'm doing as well as I would if I just get out and refresh my mind. Tip number 9. Tip number 9 is the less than 2 minute rules. You've probably heard of this, but if not, this rule is going to change your life. So if something takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. Set a 2-minute timer, do your task, and then move on. You don't have to worry about it later. This comes in handy so much. Like washing your dishes, for example. Let's say you eat breakfast and it's only going to take you 2 minutes to put that plate in the dishwasher or wash it off and put it in the drying rack. Like, just do it, because it's gonna build up after lunch and dinner. Then you're gonna have a whole pile of dishes just to wash. So the 2-minute rule is, if it's gonna take you less than 2 minutes, just do it now instead of saving it for later. And then number 10, and I think the most important rule of this entire How to Be Productive video, is work hard so you can play hard or relax hard, whatever you prefer, at the end of the day. So once that clock reaches 3 o'clock, you want to be done with all of your work. That way you can do what you want to do in the evenings and you can feel like you actually have a real job or you're really going to school. You can take some time for yourself. You need that me time or you're going to go crazy. Don't spend the day doing what you want and then doing work at night, because that's just going to ruin your sleep schedule and it's going to give you a lot of stress. Instead, just wake up, get yourself together, do your work, and then at the end of the day, you can take the time you need for yourself. Okay, y'all, that concludes my top 10 productivity tips. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And also comment y'all's favorite productivity tip, or if I left anything else out to help the people watching this video. Also, I have a new video coming out Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.